rooting, so it helps to break up the soil.
When you have 30 acres of land, then you always have something to do.
I like the challenge of forming the roots myself.
You think about the vine as architecture.
It's been a really interesting season so far already.
I want to make wines that are unique and singular, and in order to do that, you've got to take a lot of risks.
The Winemakers is a new podcast from Cellar Media, where we meet some of the most fascinating and talented up-and-coming winemakers in the world. We go way beyond polished bios and dive deep into conversation about their past, present, and future. In our first season, we dig into the unique soils and edgy character of Paso Robles, California.
When I started to do the research, I was really surprised with the Paso Robles as a wine region. And I was impressed that you could find practically any varietal on this planet.
What drew me to Paso was the Wild West kind of feeling here, and you can just make it up as you go.
It can be 50 degrees at night and over 100 during the day.
And certain grapes do very well, and that Syrah does really well, and that Cabernet does really well.
And I'm not sure that it's the best way, but it's my way.
Lucky for us, the winemakers themselves are just as unique as the wines they make.
I grew up in Belgrade, Serbia, and I was a professional volleyball player.
Humanities and cinema studies, that was my major and emphasis.
The loss of a steady paycheck was only somewhat terrifying to me at that point.
But, you know, the idea was on my mind, but never thought I would jump on it. And then, you know, life happened and things happened.
So I moved here in a 1977 Royal International Diplomat travel trailer.
And she gave me a cell phone, and I called him up the next day, and he said, well, I'm not going to hire anyone that Marilyn wants me to hire, and hung up on me.
We'll hear about challenges, defeats, and triumphs, and learn what drives these young vintners in their pursuit of excellence in a bottle.
And I was like, well, I'll go be the winemaker without knowing anything about what I was doing.
We learned really quickly how difficult farming is.
Everything we do by ourselves.
Hey, I've got this issue, what should I try?
Figure it out and hope it works.
One of my favorite things about growing grapes is that it's sort of a survival of the fittest. They fight, they struggle.
We're certain that your wine experience will never be the same again.
I think you could taste, you could smell when someone has cared during the process of putting wine into a bottle.
An empty bottle is worth so much more than a full one, because you've got the experience of sharing it with someone and the memory of drinking it.
Season 1 of The Winemakers Paso Robles is coming soon. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Cellar Media.